Coach Chris, welcome to lesson 4 of Can He Shoot? And so now this week we're going to add in drills where Kale's going to actually shoot the basketball. And one change we did make is we've gone down to a 27.5-inch basketball for Kale. He was having a little bit trouble controlling the basketball. Sometimes we lift it up and we work on that drill. So we moved down to the junior ball, which made it easier for him. And when you see we shoot, we will shoot at the basket a little bit, and we're going to drop the basket down. And that's two keys to developing a good youth shooter, is to have a smaller ball that's appropriate for their size, and for them to be shooting at a height that is appropriate for them as well. Most kids shouldn't be shooting at 10-foot rims, but they do. In Europe, they don't do that. And that's why they have so many great shooters in Europe. The kids develop at a young age on an appropriate height of a rim and an appropriate size of basketball, and they're able to develop those skills and not have something that's too big or too hard for them when they're trying to shoot. So we're just going to run through really quick. Let's start with ball drops, Kale. Let's do a few of these here just to refresh your memory. If you need to go back and see any of these drills in detail, just go back and look at the previous lessons and you'll see us go through those. But Kale's kind of got this down. He's got the footwork down. He's getting his second and third finger in the middle of the ball. He's going to check that each time. Okay, now we'll go 1-2 step. So I'll throw Kale a few balls. He's going to 1-2 step into it and get the ball into his shooting pocket. He's going to throw it back. 1-2, good. Okay, good. Now let's move into the next drill. We're just going to work on bringing, so we're going to get our feet correct. I'm just going to bring that hand above the head. Okay, we're going to have that basketball in our hand, and we're just bringing the ball above our head. Okay, you can rub your upper arm against your upper body a little bit there to make sure that elbow's staying in. That's key here, is keep that elbow in here. Okay, now let's add the other hand, Kale. So now we're pretending we got the ball with two hands, and we're just bringing this, now slow down a little bit, take a look. As he brings the ball, this hand comes off the ball a little bit because he's going to be a one-handed shooter. We're trying to break the two-handed shooting. Okay, keep going. Okay, good. Okay, now let's bring it up with the basketball. Okay, you're going to bring it up and take that hand off at the top. Okay, good. And it's just repetition, just lots of repetitions of doing this is what's going to make you a good shooter and improve your skills. Okay, and now we'll go to shooting without a ball. Now we're going to actually go up on our toes. He's not going to jump right now, just pretending he's holding the ball in his hands. He's going to shoot, get the elbow to his eyebrow level. When he shoots the basketball, he's on good balance. He's going up on his toes and he's coming back down. He's not wobbling or falling forward or anything like that. We just want to be on balance and practice. These are good. This is a real great way here to get the feel of shooting the basketball. Okay, let's go. Okay, now we're moving to drill 7, and now we're actually going to shoot the basketball. Not at the basket yet, but we're going to shoot down a line. So we're going to take the free throw line here, and that's going to be our straight line. You'll see Kale's shooting foot is lined up with the line because we want to shoot the ball in a straight line. We don't want the ball going left and right. So we're going to use an actual line on the court to help us gauge whether we're shooting it straight or not. Okay, if we can hit this white line, which is about 2 inches, we can have a pretty good chance of hitting a basketball hoop. We can put the ball in the hoop. If we can put it on the line, we can put it in the hoop. All right, so the shooting foot is lined up with the line. Again, the elbow is going to be lined up. Everything's lined up straight on his shooting side, and he's just going to shoot the basketball down the line to me, and we're going to see if he can hit the line. So again, there's no pressure to make shots here, really. We're just trying to put it on the line. There you go, good. The ball doesn't have to land exactly in the middle, but if it does, that's good. Okay, now what I want Kale to do is to find a spot down here on the court and look at that when he shoots. Okay, so go ahead and go back. Don't look up at your ball. We don't want his eyes going up to the sky. You got to keep your eyes on the target. If you're throwing a baseball, shooting a bow and arrow, whatever it is, you keep your eyes on the target. You don't take your eyes off the target. And when you put your eyes up, you take your eyes off the target. You're lifting your head. Now you're getting off balance again. We want to keep our eyes focused. Okay, so he's going to find a spot down here on the line that he's. Nope, you stay down there now. You just look. Get your foot lined up again. Okay, there's the ball. You just look at that target And hold his follow through until the ball hits the floor. That's important. I want to shoot the ball up in the air and hold his follow through. Okay, so now if he holds his follow through, now we can start to look and see if there's any problems. Now, right there, Kale, we probably don't want our fingers together like this. Okay, just let them come off the basketball. So if I'm holding the basketball like this, that's how my fingers should come off. So when I shoot the ball, my fingers are still apart. I don't want to shoot the ball, have my fingers apart, and then have them together afterwards. I don't want to do that as I'm shooting. I just want the ball to come off my fingers, and the second and third fingers are the key fingers. That's where you really want to feel pushing the ball. Go ahead and go, bud. There you go, good. Now we're starting to get some rotation on his shot, which is good. Working on seaming the ball. Good, that's perfect, Kale. Really good. There you go. You can see his thumbs pointing back. On his non-shooting hand, his balanced hand, his thumbs back. Okay, now eyes to the sky. So you got to have laser Superman eyes. Your eyes got to be burning a hole into that target. There you go. Okay, he's doing a good job of hitting the line here. So again, we're going to do about 25 of these. Now there he goes. Now he's getting the hang of it. He's starting to get a rhythm, starting to feel his shooting. And if you got that good backspin on it, we'll keep working on that. Okay, eyes up now. Eyes. Okay, you got to keep your eyes down. You be Superman with that laser vision. You're watching that target. Just focusing on that, and then see if the ball hits that spot. Don't watch the ball in the air. Watch the ball, see if it hits the spot. Hold your follow through. Both hands are coming above the head. Good. Okay. All right. See if you can shoot a little bit up more in the air. Elbow to eyebrow. Okay. That's better, but now don't keep your eyes down. Okay. Your eyes down. Eyes on your target. And that'll be probably if you go watch kids shoot from 3rd grade to high school, you'll see half or more of kids will take their eyes off their target, and they will watch the ball as they shoot. And you'll probably even find some pros who do it. But most kids aren't the pros, so we want to teach them to focus on their target. Okay, try to keep those eyes on your target, bud. Okay, and shoot it up in the air though. Still shoot it up in the air. We want the ball to be a nice arc on it. Still working at this. Still work. There you go. Good. He's on the line. Eyes on the target. Good. All right. That's drill 7. Okay, now, okay, this is drill 8, and now we're actually going to shoot at the basket, and as you can see, basket's about 7.5 feet. We're not going to put him up at a big rim where he's going to struggle to shoot shots and have trouble making them. We're going to try to make it really easy and keep great form at the same time. So the goal here is we're going to bank shot, and we want the ball to drop in and hopefully swish. So we're just putting right at the top of that white square there. And we don't want the ball coming off hard. We want the ball to be coming on a downward flight. So that, watch this ball. As I shoot it, it hits the backboard, and as it hits the backboard, it's on a downward flight. This is wrong. That's an upward flight, and the ball goes flying off. So we want a nice soft shot off the backboard. So Kale, you go ahead and just step up there. Again, we're going really close here. He's getting his feet right. We're doing the same thing. Why don't you go ahead and step up right here. Get that perfect angle right there. There you go. Okay, and again, we move the basketball down in size to 27.5 inches for him. A little bit easier for him to handle that basketball. Okay, just up on his toes. I'm going to hold that follow through until the ball comes out of the net. Keep your eye, there you go, good. That's what we want. We want to swish out of that. There we go. The ball's nice and soft. You want your shot to die right around the rim. You don't want it to go flying off in any way. Okay, so you can do about 10 of these on this side. We can do 10 on the other side, and then we can do 10 in the middle. All right, let's just move to the middle, Kale, and do a few. Okay, now again, we're going for swishes. So again, he's going to make sure he's got his feet right. You're going to have to keep repeating these things because
Wait,
soon.
do I go for the backboard up there?
No, we're just going to go for the net.
Okay.
Okay, no backboard here. We're just going to go for the net. Hold your follow through until the ball comes out of the net. Good. Get your feet right. Because again, once you move to the rim, then it's all about making shots, and you got to really get them to focus and correct them. So you got to keep watching your child, making sure they're doing things correctly. Okay, it's okay, I got it. Up, hold the follow through, good. All right, now, just one thing I want to point out with Kale that we were working this week with. Kale, just keep this way. Okay, so when Kale was shooting, pretend you're shooting the ball. Get your other hand up there. Okay, so he's really gotten better about his shooting form, but one thing I noticed was, remember, he was a two-handed shooter. He was pushing the ball from his chest here two-handed just like this. Well, it hasn't gone away yet. We still haven't got rid of all that. It's been pretty good today here, maybe because the camera's watching and he knows, but this week I could tell that he was still using that thumb and turning his wrist. They call it thumbing the ball, but what you're really doing is you're turning your wrist, because you're still doing this. You're still doing this and pushing the ball. So what I noticed Cale was doing was, he started with his thumb back, holding the ball correctly, and as he'd shoot it, I could tell that he was doing this, and then after the shot was done, he'd still bring it back. Okay, and that's a way kids sneak it in there, and a lot of times you can only see that if you actually film somebody shooting. Then when you slow it down, you can see him turn that wrist and then bring it back. So that's just part of the part of breaking that habit. Is, you know, one way you can do it is to have your child say back. So after every time they shoot, back would be a key word to remind themselves that that thumb's got to be pointed back. And so if they do turn it and hold it here, oh, then they got to fix it right away. And eventually that's how you're going to fix it, is through repetition and saying it to yourself. When you talk to yourself, you do things quite a bit better a lot of times. So if I say back, oh, I'm going to get it back then. Even if I didn't do it, and pretty soon I'm going to have the muscle memory and I will keep it back all the time. But he's doing here pretty good today. Let's just move over to the side and we'll shoot a bank shot. Again, we're going for that right square up there. I want you to come up, step a little bit better, get that perfect angle. There you go. There you go. Right. And make sure you keep lifting that ball with the other hand, and the other hand should be, you know, above your head as well when you finish shooting. Right now it's a little bit lower, that's okay. Even if he takes that other hand off a little bit early right now, that's not the worst thing in the world, because we want him to be wants to have a true one-handed release. Okay, get low. Second finger in the middle of the ball, wrinkled wrist, up on your toes. All right, grab it. Let's finish. See if we can finish with a swish here. Perfect. All right, come here, Cale. All right, that's lesson 4. Okay, we'll be back with lesson 5 and a few more drills. There's tons of drills you can do, but we're trying to keep it simple and basic, and things that you can do with your son or daughter to help them become a great shooter. Okay, so that's lesson 4. Make sure you download the new workout sheets, and we'll see you next time on Can He Shoot?